Good morning, Aries, and Happy New Year. I hope you've had a brilliant time, but I'm afraid it looks like if some of you have been overdoing it, burning the candle at both ends, really getting a bit carried away there with Mars being in your sign, you may be finding that your bubble's going to burst soon and you're going to be coming back down to ground, which I will explain why in a moment. So your intuitive messages. Now I'm doing a new process where I'm trying to get the intuitive messages as I dial in to your energy at the start of the reading rather than bombarding me throughout the night or whatever, because it just got a bit confusing about which messages were for who. So Aries, a few intuitive messages for you. It may be applying to one specific person, or it may be general and apply to a lot of you. So if it doesn't resonate, don't worry, just leave it. If you hear that weird noise, that's my cat making weird noises at the birds out the window. So don't worry about that weird noise. Talking of cats, I got the word ragdoll. Now I think ragdoll is a type of cat. It could be a type of dog, I'm not quite sure, but I know ragdoll is a type of cat or dog. So you may have one of those. It also gave me the song Ragdoll. I think that's the title of the song by Aerosmith. Ragdoll living in a movie. Hot Trump, daddy's little kitty, you're so fine, you never see me leaving by the back door. So you may have been having a bit of a secret rendezvous with somebody, possibly, where somebody's like sneaking out the back door. That doesn't necessarily mean romance, although probably because I did see the devil card out of this deck, and he's a very sexy devil in that deck. So some of you could have been having a bit of a passionate thing on the side, being a bit sneaky. Others of you, it could be anything. It could be like not wanting like other family members to know if a specific family member's coming round, not wanting to cause trouble or rock the boat, this kind of thing. So take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I actually saw a club, it looked like maybe it was a gig, like a music gig, a band playing on the stage or something like this, or a club with music and a crowded dance floor. I don't imagine that is going to be this year because of COVID. If that is you, that is a bit naughty, Aries, I have to say. However, it could be something from the past. Perhaps you met someone in the past in a very, very crowded, it looked like quite a small venue. I saw a black jacket. Now, I feel like it was like a leather or pleather jacket, possibly biker style. Then I saw a treasure chest at the bottom. This is probably like a hypothetical thing. A treasure chest at the bottom of the ocean, with it was open, and there was a string of pearls hanging out of it, but there was one big pearl next to the treasure box. So I read something about perhaps that could indicate some kind of relationships or friendships. There's a string of pearls, like a string of people, but then it's led you to this one big pearl that's like the prize. I don't like to call people a prize, but it's like better than all the others. Somebody who's better than all the others. It could be, I was sort of getting the image of a fish tank, so I don't know if somebody maybe has a fish tank with a treasure chest at the bottom of it. Then I got a kind of a thumb prick. It was specifically on my left thumb. So could be something there. Maybe somebody's had a prick test, like a blood test. But it also gave me by the pricking of my thumbs. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes, which I think is Macbeth. The two songs that played for you as I was setting up your cards were Trouble by Shampoo. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's come along and it's burst my bubble. And can you hear the alarm, the siren as well? So you could have got into some kind of situation where there was trouble. The police, an ambulance, fire engine, somebody was called. Now, you did have a few difficult energies, I have to say, in the pre-shuffle. I saw the devil flipped in this deck, and he was with the tower. So that is a shocking tower moment in regards to some kind of situation where you could have felt chained, or there was some kind of addictive behaviour. Could have something there. And in this deck I saw the death card, so very challenging energy there in the as I was preparing to do your reading. Now I don't know if this is going to come through in the full reading. It may just be for one person who's having a bit of a tough time. It does feel a bit like something's gone wrong and it's burst my bubble, is saying that song. You've also got Not My Idea of a Good Time by Garbage. I bit my tongue and stood in line with not much to believe in. I bought into what I was sold and ended up with nothing. So it does feel, this is not my idea of a good time. So it does feel like, Aries, perhaps you have been a little bit impulsive in a situation, or you've bought into something, perhaps couldn't see things clearly, perhaps had the wool pulled over your eyes, the bubble's been burst, everything's gone a bit wrong. You've got Scorpionic energy, Capricorn energy there. with those three very challenging cards from the tarot. So yeah, bubble burst, not what you signed up for. It's all gone a bit wrong. They just went, it's all gone a bit Pete Tong, which is London rhyming slang. All gone a bit Pete Tong. Pete Tong, I think, was a DJ. So again, this kind of like DJ party, going out to parties, going clubbing, something like this. Again, it could be something from your past. It doesn't have to be current. Right, I'm going to pause and find my tablet and we'll randomise a song for you on camera. Unbelievably, Aries. Now, I just randomised the first song just to get onto it. It's my liked song, so a lot of songs on here. Could be anything that we're getting today. Could embarrass me if you find out some of my dodgy music choices. But the first one you got was I Got Trouble by Christina Aguilera. Now, I wasn't going to take this for your reading, but because you got Trouble by Shampoo, I Got Trouble, Not My Idea of a Good Time. I'm seeing a theme here. Back to basics. What is it? Baby's got trouble, always knocking at my door. Yeah, do you have somebody coming around knocking at your door who just wants to have a good time? Aries, possibly. Oh, it's gone off. So I am on my light songs. I've got about 900 on here roughly. You can see down here it is on shuffle, so I don't know what we're going to get. So randomised song for Aries, please. Randomised song for Aries today. Nice. Switch by Will Smith. I love that song. I watched, what did I watch from Will Smith in? Bad Boys 3 the other day. Absolutely love it. Lost and Found. That's also giving me that other garbage song. I Was Lost Until I Was Found. Switch by Will Smith. What, you too cute to dance? It ain't really that hard to do. I'm not trying to be in love with you. Switcheroo, shut your mouth, girl. It's okay. It could be dealing with somebody, or you could be this person who's kind of like, oh, he's a movie star or something. Could be somebody you're dealing with. Will Smith, Lost and Found. Switch. Okay, take that as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. I'm just gonna make a note of that here. Switch. Kind of want to listen to it and have a bit of a dance, I'm not going to lie. After your reading, that is definitely what I'm going to be doing while I'm uploading the video. Hey, hey. Do. Again, it's talking about being in a club though, isn't it? So yeah, somebody could have definitely been out clubbing. Right, let's get into your reading. I've already tuned into the energies. I did it at the start of the reading today as I was trying to get your intuitive messages, so that is done. I've also got, I'm pulling out tarot cards to kind of like make sure I'm tuning into the right energies during the reading, just so there's no interference. I've been getting a bit of interference and cross stuff across readings, so could just be cross watchers. An overall energy, please, for the reading today. I'm doing a full reading for you today, Aries. That is too many cards. You could have had a fallout with somebody. I'm doing a full reading, so I'm going to pull an overall energy, past, present, future, heart space, head space, action space, and then I'm going to clarify and we're going to see what we get. So, overall energy, please. I just saw the Three of Cups, which again could be about going out partying. Overall energy for your reading, Page of Cups. It could be apologies. It could be definitely that bubble burst feeling. The Page of Cups is Piscean energy for me, which means there can be a fantasy element to this person. They're quite young, quite naive. You do, along with the Fool card, is that your energies can have a tendency to be a little bit naive, a little bit young, a little bit kind of seeing things as they're presented and not really asking questions about what's going on behind the information presented. It's like you don't have time, Aries. You're a busy person. You've got things to do. You want to go out and have fun. You don't want to be like, you can't be dealing with people who are like, play games or hide things or try and like give you subtle information and you have to read between the lines. You're not a Scorpio. You've not got time for that kind of business. So you want people to be upfront with you, and you do take people at face value. So I feel like here you've had a situation where you've been taking it at face value, going out, having fun, and it's like the wave is about to crash. It's about to kind of ruin your good time. They just gave me that I've Got Trouble again by Christina Aguilera. It can be a bit of an emotional knock for you. It can be something where you're out having a good time, something went wrong, you got very emotional about it. I get this sense of like feeling a little bit betrayed by somebody. The Page of Cups sometimes comes in with an apology as well. I'm hearing like something like too good to be true, or not something you don't feel like you can believe this apology. It is in the upright, so that shows it's a genuine apology, but perhaps there's something a little bit, I feel like you don't want to get knocked over by that wave again. You don't want a history to repeat itself in a situation. Could be dealing with children here. You could be very young. Something here about fantasy, about believing in impossible things. But yeah, it's saying like your bubble's going to get burst in a situation, or it could be that you're bursting someone else's bubble. I don't know. Let's go to the past heart space. Past heart space for Aries, please. I need to sneeze. Oh, I'm so sorry, Aries. Yeah, very young energy. Again, could be dealing with children. You've got 2 pages here. This could be somebody that you met when you were a child as well. You know, somebody, a childhood friend, somebody perhaps you've known for a long time, somebody from the past perhaps when you were, even if it's not necessarily children, it could be a sense of being more immature. The Page of Wands, I would say that this is more likely to be your energy. It's young, it's enthusiastic, it's shouting from the rooftops energy. Let's go to your current, your past thoughts. I'm going to pull clarifiers and we'll sort of read it properly once I've got all the cards on the table. So, oh yeah, okay, definitely got a love interest on the brain there. Love, the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. Past action space, please. Sorry, that didn't come out properly. That was just my hair got tangled in the cards. It's too long. I've cut it as well. It's still too long. Past action space. Oh, Empress. Okay, could be dealing with a mother or somebody who's much more mature than you. Or it could be you bossing up. I'm not seeing it that way though. A lot of painful conflict there in your heart space. Yeah, again, that could be a past relationship, childhood nostalgia. My hair's getting in the way. Action space. Current action space. Oh, Temperance in reverse. Is this for up here? No, go again. Future heart space, please, for Aries. Future heart space for Aries. Too many cards. Oh no, I think it's actually only 2. Justice and which way, please? Oh, that's looking really good. Future heart space is looking really good there. Very strong. Future thoughts, please. Future thoughts. I wish you'd seen the way that one came out. It just like shot out the sideways out of the deck. And future action space, please. Yeah, I think you're going to get a lot of clarity. Justice is coming in at the end of your reading here. You could have some fears surrounding it though, or still a sense of illusion, not seeing things clearly. In the underlying, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Things are definitely going to change for you. Just one second, my son's here. Okay, so you have got that wheel of the year in the underlying there, which tells me there's a big cycle change for you. You could have learned a big lesson. There could be a big change in fortune for you, a big shift in your luck. So if you felt a little bit unlucky, don't worry. They just told me unlucky in love. So don't worry. There could be a big like swing in your favour, which I'm actually seeing over here. So let's get, I just want to get an energy as well for your reading. An energy for Aries' reading, please. An energy for Aries' reading. This one. Horse. Okay, could be dealing with the Sagittarius, don't have to be. Wolf in the underlying as well. So wolf in sheep's clothing, they're telling me immediately there. Yeah, you've definitely been dealing with somebody, I think, who has been pulling the wool over your eyes. Somebody who... yeah, I think somebody's been selling you something, giving you promises that they're not intending on keeping, or telling you, kind of like spinning you. I'm seeing this as almost like a loom, a spinning wheel. It's like spinning you stories, spinning you hopes and dreams and wishes, and not really actually fulfilling any of them. You, I guess, are showing us this horse spirit. There's an intuitive knowing here with this horse, with the moon on its forehead, on its third eye. So it's very kind of like, it's got this kind of divine vision. It can kind of see through, even if your heart wants to believe something, or there's something going on in your day-to-day life where you're being sold something. I think intuitively, if you really stop and ask yourself, intuitively, I think you know the truth of the situation. the horse is really hardworking, really kind of putting a lot of effort into there. With it being Sagittarius energy as well, it's also fire sign energy. So in a very similar way to you, it's kind of like fire on all cylinders. I'm all in, I'm going for this. Very enthusiastic energy, where you're going to expend a lot of energy into something. It's also yang energy for me. Again, it's this very action based, determined, focused, just basically a huge amount of energy being thrown at something. But this is almost like they're saying slow your horses, which doesn't make sense, but that's what I'm hearing. Excuse me, sorry. Like, whoa, Nelly, like slow your horses. It doesn't make sense. I don't. Maybe that makes sense to you. Yeah. So I'm feeling like this pulling back. It's almost like you can see. It's almost like that horse was running full tilt, full pelt, and it's suddenly stuck its hooves in, and it's like, whoa, no, I'm not going. You can see it's almost leaning back. So yep, something going on there with that. I'm going to pop him down there just so you can kind of see him peeking through in the corner. So in your past heart space, there was a very immature, naive, not fully developed feeling that was very kind of passionate, very... I feel like this is your energy. It's coming through as like very excited, very passionate, very open, very honest, really enthusiastic about something. It could be dealing with a Leo, possibly with that cat being on the card. Or this kind of gives me Virgo energy, Sagittarius energy. Doesn't have to be any of these signs though, so don't worry if it's not. I know some people like to hear it. So it feels like really enthusiastic about something, shouting from the rooftops. Somebody's communicated something here. I do see this as two people, and they're showing up here as well. So it could be children, childhood, somebody from the past, nostalgia. Tell me about the Page of Wands. What is the Page of Wands excited about? Why was Aries excited in the heart space? Knight of Cups, yeah. Could definitely be this person coming towards you. But what I'm seeing with this is like you were seeing them as this Knight of Cups, but they were actually just a Page of Cups. So they've presented as being perhaps a little bit more mature than what they actually were. So it could be that there's some kind of love offer or an emotional connection, a friendship coming in for you, where the other person is coming presenting as being a little bit more than what they were. Maybe like putting on a bit of a front. Again, you can reverse the energy, so this could be you. You can see, again, I was just saying about the pulling back on the reins. Whoa, Nelly, like drawing back with this card here. And you can see this is also doing the same thing. It's like they were racing forward and they've had to pull back for some reason. There's a little mouse here as well going like, no, stop, cautious. There could be something, a sense of being a large animal being frightened by something small. With these both being quite red, it could also be that you felt very enthusiastic, felt very passionate about something, really wanted to go in there with a lot of love and affection. But you did have to kind of temper yourself. You had to pull back for some reason. It could be like, COVID restrictions. That's a common theme for 2020. Not being able to go for what you want because you had to pull back. A lot of heat, a lot of passion, a lot of love and emotion attached to this as well. Right, okay, so here in your past thoughts, you were thinking about this connection. You weren't just feeling it, you were thinking about it too. You were really kind of processing it. So you had this Ace of Wands. So this is something new, very fiery, could definitely be some kind of relationship. It's like it could be like a new project, but it's something very, very new. Feels right because it's an ace. It's like divinely guided. Feels really good. Feels right. There's a lot of growth there, a lot of opportunity, a lot of passion behind it. Could make you feel very, very creative. I always see it as like a creative project. It's transformative as well there with that butterfly. It could have made you feel really good about yourself. It's coming in with the Lovers card. Now this is one of my favourite Lovers cards. Sometimes the Lovers cards can indicate a choice in love, so a third party. I see this more as like the choice, like somebody choosing love, choosing romance, choosing to follow kind of a fated destiny here. It's one of the strongest lovers cards I have, one of my favorite ones, because to me this is feels very divinely guided. It's like a divine gift from the universe. That's what you thought it was. That's what's going on mentally for you. You're like, this is meant to be, this is fate. So let me get a card on that. In the past, this is fate. What's this about? There's your energy, Aries. You were ready to take a leap of faith towards this. It felt really, really good. Felt like I'm hearing heaven on earth. It felt like everything you could have ever wanted. You may have had rose-tinted glasses on though. The Fool card can sometimes look before they leap before they look. So I think you just got very, very overwhelmed, very excited, very passionate about whatever this was. And this isn't to say it's bad, right? It's not to say that there's nothing negative here. It's not like this person's coming in to deceive you in any kind of way. And a bit worried about that wolf card up there though, so we'll find out about that. But here it just looks like you were both a little bit immature, a little bit caught up in the moment. Perhaps both perhaps trying to impress each other as well, especially with this Empress here. It's like putting somebody else on a pedestal, so you kind of try and make out like you're a bit better than you actually are, you know, telling almost like white lies perhaps, or not even intentionally trying to hurt the other person, just feeling like a pressure to kind of show the best version of yourself and kind of big yourself up a little bit. So it's not coming through as anything that's like really bad. Just we're going to find out more about that wolf though, I think, as we carry on going. But yeah, really wanted to take a leap of faith towards this, really feeling like a fool in love almost. Or perhaps you were trying to temper yourself. Perhaps you were trying to say, I'm feeling this way, I know I am. I'm going to try and be logical about this, which is brilliant if you were doing that, with this being in your thought space. The Empress down here in your action space. Now this could be you really kind of like being very calm in this situation, taking control, standing your ground. This is like, I'm not going to be played as a fool, because you're thinking about this, you know, this is something that you're thinking about. So I'm not going to be played as a fool here. I want this person to come to me, and I want them to treat me like I'm a queen on my throne. It's like knowing your worth, knowing that you have a lot to give in this situation. You can see there's the Empress can indicate pregnancy. Could be pregnancy involved here for you. With the rabbit there as well, indicates a very fertile situation. So doesn't have to be pregnancy, but it can indicate that. Just because the Empress carries with it this very expansive energy. It's somebody who you there's a lot of potential there, a lot of growth that can happen with this Empress because she's so capable. She's all 4 Queens of the Tarot. So you could be, this could be you, or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. It could be a boss, it could be a mother, it could be just somebody who you have up on a pedestal. You think of them as kind of like this perfect being, a very, very nurturing, very kind, very patient, very tolerant, not easily ruffled. You know, they're not somebody who can be shaken in a situation. They're kind of like the person that you go to when you're in trouble. So tell me about the Empress. Why is the Empress here in Aries' past, please? Okay, so what immediately came to mind with the Two of Wands in reverse is like there's no choice. There's no choice here. You don't even want choice in this situation. If you're dealing with an Empress, they're everything that you could ever want. So it's like not interested in other options. It can also mean that you've made a decision when the Two of Wands comes in reverse. So this could be you being in a very strong decision-making energy. You could have been like, I'm going to go for this because it feels so good. It feels divinely guided. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm not even going to consider other options. I've made my decision. So take it as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. There's a lot of green down here as well. Could be dealing with an earth sign possibly. The Empress though is, if I'm going to call out signs here, we've got the Lover's card is Gemini, the Fool card is Aries energy, it's your energy. The Empress card is Taurus, Libra. So it doesn't have to be those signs. I just know that sometimes people like to hear them. We can all switch energies. I'm Libra. I don't think I have any Aries in my chart, but I could be a fool in the moment. I could be like, oh, this feels really good. I'm going to take a leap of faith towards it. So just because that's not my card, it's not in my chart, doesn't mean I can't act that way, just to kind of make that clear. So right now, in your current energies, what I'm seeing is this Nine of Swords energy in your heart space. So you're overthinking a situation. With the Moon and the Nine of Swords, this is a lot of fears. You could be actually having nightmares because you're so stressed, so anxious. But it's almost like you can see how blue this is, how cold this is. Now you don't want this card in your heart space because it's like it's so cold. It's so cold. It shows like a literal like shutting down of the heart space. You could be feeling very, very drained. You can see here she's actually got vampire bites on her neck, but she's reaching for a sword. She's not done yet. She's still prepared to fight in a situation. So tell me, please, why is the Nine of Swords here? So someone could definitely have allergies. I'm doing a lot of sneezing today. Nine of Swords, work. So doing something over and over again, really putting the work in to kind of make something perfect. Really to kind of yeah, it's kind of coming through like some kind of perfectionist energy. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a change in look. There's a change in look here. It could be in regards to work, a work situation, or something you've put a lot of time and effort into, something that you kind of like trying to become a master of. It could be that there's some kind of work situation that's come up for you, some kind of opportunity regarding work, and it's kind of it's stressing you out, I think. So it's funny because this is in your heart space. The Wheel of Fortune is very strong energy. It really is like a change in luck, good fortune coming in into a situation where you've put a lot of effort into it. It's like if you've been working hard on something, your efforts are going to be rewarded here with this Wheel of Fortune. But it's coming with this huge amount of anxiety and stress and fear, and it's exhausting you. So it may be that you've had a bit of an emotional shutdown here because something else has come up for you and it's kind of taken all your attention away. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Really sniffly. The Six of Cups here, I'm really seeing this as this connection over here with this Cups and Wands energy. So Cups and Wands, it's like if you were entering into a love situation, you know, you want the Cups and the Wands, it's the passion and the emotion. So in your thoughts, you've got a lot of nostalgia for this. I feel like this is something... It almost feels like you had some kind of a love interest or kind of like a partner in crime here. It doesn't necessarily have to be love. It's coming through very strongly with that Lovers card though. It's almost like somebody, like if you could make a... You know, I was talking about that treasure chest and there was like one pearl that was bigger than all the other pearls. Like maybe you've been a bit unlucky in love. Maybe you do have a tendency to put people on a pedestal and then like you find out, oh, they're actually... You know, when you get to know them, it's like, oh, do you know, I really don't think this is the one for me anymore. Where I feel like actually you've met somebody who really does genuinely feel like the one. It feels divinely guided. It feels like a big change in fortune, in love. Could feel very immature. It could almost be like feeling like kids again. And you really wanted to take a leap of faith towards this, but it feels like there's been a stalling. It could be that COVID happened, right? It could be that you had the start of something, but COVID happened. You can't move forward with this person because you literally cannot be with them. You can't go and see them. You know, travel restrictions. Excuse me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm really itchy nose. So yeah, so it could be like it was stalled. You couldn't move forward with it because of COVID. So instead of you've up here, then you could be that you've been quite practical. You could have been putting a lot of your energy into something that you've been working on. You've been perhaps trying to change your look in a situation. So it's like while you can't do this, you've been doing this possibly. Trying not to think about it, because when you think about it, it could be quite painful. Because you can't move forward with it. It's like, yeah. Six of Cups, but I'm just thinking about the song, like, we're in trouble, something's come along and it's burst our bubble. COVID, maybe. Maybe this was the bubble. It was a beautiful bubble, like, you know, one of those bubbles that kind of has the rainbow shimmery colours on it, and it's like, this is amazing, you're in this love bubble, and then COVID came along and burst your bubble, and it's like, we're in trouble, we can't do this. Six of Cups then. So in your thoughts, you've got a huge amount of nostalgia for this. Really looking back, thinking about the good times. Could be even looking back at childhood. You know, thinking about childhood relationships, relationships that were really good, where there was equal give and take. So really, like, it's like spending this time processing, thinking about what you want from relationships. You know, who feels like an equal to you. So tell me about the Six of Cups, please. Page of Cups. In reverse. Why is the Page of Cups in reverse, please? Why is the Page of Cups in reverse? Secrets. Fear. So for some reason, you're looking back over here, you've got this Page of Cups in the underlying, which is like the main theme of this. So looking back at past relationships, looking at where you were immature, looking at where things... This can mean a false apology. Somebody could be coming back from the past with a false apology. It's not necessarily the same energy. It might not be this person. It could be somebody else. So somebody coming towards you with a false apology, or being a little bit it could be you. This could be you being a little bit disillusioned about the past, not seeing things clearly with the moon card here. The moon card can be like secrets or fears, or like things that are a bit shadowy. So yeah, I definitely kind of feel like there's some kind of disillusionment here, and I was picking that up on that page as well about the past. You could be seeing the past through rose tinted glasses here. A huge amount of nostalgia, but it's coming through with not seeing things clearly. Okay. Oh, didn't even ask. Temperance card. Which way, please? Yeah, so the Temperance card here, Sagittarian energy in your action space. This is like, I'm done being patient. I'm done being patient in the situation. The Temperance is all about patience, balance, being very grounded, balancing out emotions and passions, trying to get like a steady footing here as you dip your toe into some kind of relationship. It also comes with this feeling of like healing, with the rainbow there. But in the reverse, it's like an impatience. Like, I don't want to be balanced. I don't want to be patient. I don't want to juggle these emotions anymore. I want to take action. It's here with the death in reverse. So something's not ending here. The death in the upright indicates a very clean cut in a situation. You know, something absolutely ending, like there's no going back from this, unless it comes out with the Judgment card. But here, death in reverse is like there's no end to something. Can you clarify the death in reverse, please? What does this mean? Seven of Swords. In reverse. The Seven of Swords is the Thief in the Night card. It's this is hard to read, I'm sorry. The Seven of Swords is the Thief in the Night card. It talks about deception, about sneaking around in the night. Tell me about Temperance in the reverse. Oh. Four of Pentacles. You may be dropping defences here, or somebody might be dropping defences, or being very, very sick of being patient, being balanced. It's like, no, I'm done with being patient now. I was patient all through 2020, and I'm not doing that anymore. So it's like, if there was any sneaking around, if there was any behaviour where people were kind of acting a bit sneaky, you know, I was talking about someone like sneaking out the back door kind of thing, knocking on your door, sneaking out the back door. It's like, I feel like you're done with that, with this being in reverse. And it's like, there's something that's not ending though. So it's like, I'm not ending this situation, but perhaps I have to do it on my terms. I'm not sitting around waiting anymore. I'm not being sneaky anymore. We can continue with this relationship, but we need to cut out these behaviours. Possibly. I'm struggling. I'm going to be honest. I'm struggling to read this. I can't quite work out what this means. So if this is ringing some like bells for you in a different way, if you're like, I know exactly what that means, take it as it resonates for you. Always trust your own intuition when it comes to a general reading, because there's something in it for everybody. So however you take it, that's how it's meant to be taken. I'm struggling to read what this is. So take that as it resonates. Over here though, in your future spaces, you've got the Justice with the Star in your heart space. So this is like karma coming in for you, getting justice in a situation. I feel like it's coming in with some sort of truth. So feeling like you've got clarity in the heart space, feeling like divine justice, divine karma is paying out, getting justice in a situation. Like if you've got the Wheel of Fortune twice, so I've lost where the other one is, here and here. So it's like there's going to be a twist of fate. If people have been deceptive, it's kind of going to go in your favor, or people are just going to get karma, or it could also be something to do with contracts, soulmate contracts with this Six of Cups here, karmic contracts, just getting justice in a situation, in the heart space, feeling like you are getting it. And the Star card here is about dreams and wishes and hopes, and like whatever you wanted, whatever you were manifesting, like being very clear with that. So there's a clarity coming through here, a clarity in terms of what you want emotionally, in relationships, like how you expect to be treated, and I don't think you're going to put up with anything less than that. So the Justice card is Libran energy and the Star card is Aquarian energy. It doesn't have to be those signs. Coming through the Four of Pentacles again, and that was coming out down here. So you're holding on to something here. I think you're holding on to your beliefs, holding on to your dreams, your wishes, knowing your value, knowing that you deserve to be treated well, you deserve respect, you deserve honesty, open communication, you deserve relationships that are very healing. This talks about a balance between emotions and groundedness. So yeah, you don't want something that's kind of just based on emotion. You want something that's coming in on a practical level as well. With this card and the Justice card, it's almost like I'm getting over here, whatever you've been working hard on, oh God, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's like your look is going to change. You're going to be receiving kind of a fair outcome for the hard work you've put in. Tell me about the Queen of Swords and your thoughts. So this could be you seeing things very clearly. Really, I feel like you're being very honest and open in communication in the future, because you've figured out something down here. It's like, no, perhaps you figured out, before I look at these cards, perhaps you figured out like, if you feel like people have been quite sneaky with that wolf energy there as well, like in relationships, it could be it's a brilliant relationship, but for some reason you've had to keep it quite secret. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be relationships, so take it as it resonates, but it's like you're done with the sneaking around, you're done with the cloak and dagger, if you like, and you're like, if you want to be with me, we're going to be open and honest here. I'm going to tell you how I feel, you can tell me how you feel, we're going to make it public. And there's no more hiding, there's no more confusion, because when people are sneaking around, there's a lot of confusion there. People don't really understand what each other mean. So it's like, no, this is where I stand. You're very clear. You are very, very clear in the future here with the Justice and the Queen of Swords pointing upwards. Clear in your thoughts, clear about what you want emotionally. I could be a little bit guarded though, so be aware of that. So 8 of Cups, yeah, definitely. 6 of Pentacles, yep. So you're very clear, you're looking forward to the future, or towards the future, with a lot of like knowing exactly what you want. And here's the Ace of Cups. So this is talking about there's something missing emotionally, and you're turning your back on anything that doesn't fulfill you emotionally, anything where you feel like there's a sense of lack, a sense of secrecy, a sense of being played, perhaps. You're turning your back on it. You're like, that, I know that doesn't work for me now. I want that open, honest communication. I want the clarity. You're an honest person, Aries, on the whole. You know, you're very straightforward. You don't like playing around. You don't like playing games. It gets you into that kind of Nine of Swords energy of being just very confused, very tired. Like, it might be fun at first, but the novelty of the game wears off very quickly for you. And it's like, well, I want to know where I stand. I want to know where I stand so that I can rely on it and go and do other things. It's like you don't want to be exhausted trying to figure out a person. So if this is like a water sign you're dealing with very complicated emotions, with a lot of intuitive knowing, you've got a lot of water in the chart with like the moon, the cups. It's like you just can't I feel like there could be a little bit of something going on here where they want a lot of emotion. They kind of want that kind of mystery around the relationship. That's what they enjoy. Where a fire sign would be more direct, open, honest. You know, seeing things in black and white kind of thing. Where, you know, if you're dealing with a Pisces and a Scorpio, or maybe Cancer as well. It's like yeah, a huge amount of Pisces actually. You've got the moon, the Page of Cups again here. You could definitely be dealing with a Pisces. The thing is as well, they're very, very emotionally sensitive. So if you're quite, excuse me, sorry, if you're quite, you can be quite, it's not that you're emotionally insensitive or anything like that. It's just that you're so busy doing your own thing and kind of being very, what you see is what you get. Sometimes that can be quite hurtful to a Pisces who really needs a lot of emotion pouring into the relationship. So take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It could just be for somebody else. You could have strong Pisces placement if you go and look up your birth chart on that link down below. Just to say though, the Cafe Astrology link, I couldn't get onto the birth charts over New Year's. I think a lot of people have been on that website, so I think there may be the website may be experiencing a bit of overload there. Yeah, but walking away from anything that doesn't serve you anymore, and knowing that you want equal, fair and share. It might be equal give and take. It's not just emotional equal give and take. You want like tangible equal give and take as well. You want like fairness in terms of money, possibly, especially with justice here. This is like double Libran energy. You can see they've both got this set of scales, so there is a real sense of wanting something that's very fair, sharing the workload. It could be that if you are leaving a relationship, that this is division of the assets. You know, this could be contracts, court systems, legal systems. So do take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. So why is the moon card here though in your future action space? Why is the moon card here? I think you're making a decision to end something, possibly with a Pisces. Doesn't have to be. The Ten of Swords is a card about feeling stabbed in the back. It's feeling betrayed. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling a situation, working out what you want. Again, it's kind of almost like the set of scales, right? So balancing out something, ending a situation where you felt like something perhaps wasn't very fair. I feel like justice is coming in. It's like divine karma is coming in to help you with this. And there's the wolves look in the background of that moon card. So there's fear here. It could be that there's fear. If this isn't a Pisces for you, you could be experiencing a lot of fear regarding the end of a situation, at the end of a situation that was unbalanced, it wasn't equal. But here you're making a decision and you're choosing, bang the camera there. You can see that this pentacle is a lot lower and there's nothing on this side of the pentacle. There's nothing left to learn there. There's nothing interesting there. So this person, he's already made his decision here. He's looking at this pentacle, which is a lot bigger, a lot brighter, like that big pearl in the ocean, right? There's a lot more potential here. There's a ship coming in to collect him, and there's this it's like there's new adventures here, there's new things to explore, and there's this dolphin here as well, which symbolizes for me romantic relationships, looking for somebody who's like you can have a lot of fun with. Dolphins also, like, they leap through the waves. They don't get, like, when that wave crashes, right? When that wave crashes, the dolphin leaps right into it. They're not bothered. It's like their natural. They can deal very easily with those emotions. It's not like that wave is going to knock it over. So somebody who deals with their emotions well, they kind of leap through the waves. And back there behind that boat is the moon. So again, there's a fear with this though. It's the unknown. So there may be a sense of like, I really want to go on this new journey. I really want to go and have fun. I know that this is what I want to do. He knows, he's looking at it. This is what he's interested in. But it comes with a huge amount of fear there with the moon card. And it does mean that something else has to end, right? If he's going to take this opportunity, then he has to close out this opportunity, but there's nothing left there. Okay. You could also be coming in with a fear of something not working out, but it's showing is really good. I don't know why my cards are like that. The world, yes. You're gonna go on that new journey. That's you learning all the lessons. This is the card that comes at the end of the Major Arcana, right before you go back to the first card, which is your card, the Fool card, Aries. So this is somebody who has learned a huge lesson in life, learned all the... it's like you've been in some kind of cycle here, especially with the Wheel of Fortune card coming through twice. Some huge life lesson cycle, some huge... part of your life that you've probably been in for a long time. Could be a relationship, workplace, a place where you live, but it's like you've learned all the lessons there. There's nothing left there. So you're going to jump into something new with that Fool card being your energy over here. Look, it's like, I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to take a leap of faith here. I'm ready to trust my divine guidance. I feel like you're going to leap back, because you can see that little looking backwards. I really feel like there's a relationship in the past here that was amazing. It's like, you know, that's your person, but for some reason there was like this whole, like, pulling back of the reins, this hold up, and you weren't able to take that leap of faith that you wanted to take, and you knew you wanted to take it because this was your empress, whether that's you or another person. It's like, this is everything you ever wanted. So there's this huge hold up energy here, probably just lockdown restrictions because of COVID, but you've done a lot of reassessment of past relationships, and you're very, very clear now about ending a situation where there's nothing left to do. Look at what's underneath as well. There's the treasure chest. 10 of Pentacles. This is like everything you could want on a tangible level. So really taking a leap of faith backwards, I think, to something that felt very divinely guided. Okay. And now we know why the wolf was there, right? The wolf was down here with this, whatever this illusion is for you. The wolf in sheep's clothing. Could be that you turned down your perfect person and stuck with something that wasn't right for you. And you've learned the lesson from that, so you're ready now to move away from that person who was very deceptive and back to something that felt like it was for you. Okay, can I get I think we'll get a relationship message, please. Can we get a relationship message, please, for Aries? Okay, Yang, again, I was picking up on that Yang energy. TikTok, so something about time, the right time here, divine timing. Perhaps you were literally cock-blocked by the universe, because there could have been something amazing here. And the universe was like, whoa, hang on. Aries has a couple of lessons to learn before they're ready for this. We don't want Aries to mess up this kind of perfect divine opportunity here because of some lesson that you needed to learn. So maybe lockdown was on purpose to kind of, I mean, not like the whole of lockdown was just for you, but a lot of people have learned a lot from that. So it's like, we're just going to kind of like pull back on the reins of Aries for a minute. We're going to keep them in place. We're going to make them do a little bit of shadow work here, resolve some kind of issue from the past, some kind of issue that you have in relationships. And then we're going to like release Aries, and they can make the choice then about what they actually do want in love. We don't want Aries to mess this up, so we're going to teach them a lesson, and then it's like they'll be the Emperor ready to go towards the Empress, or vice versa. So Yang and the Observer then. Yang is number one, because you're the number one, baby. You're the number one of the tarot, number one of the star signs. Very much action, very much Mars in Aries is like double action energy. Mars is going to shift out of your sign on the 6th of January, I think it is, and move into more stable Taurus. So if you've been feeling very, very passionate, very hot-headed, a lot of passionate energy there, you may find that you're more able to start taking tangible steps to kind of pace yourself and to make your kind of passions into a reality. So let's see what Yang is here for. A relationship message. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement towards your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. So it's like, if you've been holding back, not wanting to communicate something, in the future space, it's showing you communicating and getting clarity and getting balance and getting justice. And it might be that you get turned down. It might be that this person says, I I'm not interested in doing that. But then at least you have the clarity in order to be able to move forward, and you're not hung up, like stuck in that energy anymore. You've got the clarity to be able to like take action, take the next step, whichever way that goes for you, right? Like if you've been sat around waiting for this person to come to you, Aries, you're like Mars, you are yang energy. You're like the yangiest of the yangy signs. So it's like, stop waiting around for somebody else to come forward if you could very easily take matters into your own hands. Again, trust your instincts, trust your own knowledge of your own situation. This is a general reading. I don't want you to be like, oh, you messed everything up. Definitely trust your own judgment on it. But this is what the cards are saying. Again, if it's not feeling like you're reading, then just leave it. If this is strongly feeling like, yes, this is my exact circumstances, then that's going to trust your instincts. Relationship message. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up. Yep, right? That's what this is saying. And often you hear one thing when a person says another. Again, there's that as I was talking about, that misunderstanding, rose-tinted glasses and all that. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience. Oh, exactly, with the dubbed over a conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to the higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will soon find things much improved sooner than you know. I'm feeling like this is the other person. If you're here as a cross watcher, specifically if you are a water sign, strongly Pisces, I feel like Aries has said something and Pisces has taken it to heart because of some kind of past experience, relationships of the past where somebody said something and it's like that's a red flag in that previous situation. So now I feel like the more Piscean, the more water sign energy is like in this tailspin of like, oh no, the past is repeating itself, where actually it could be that Aries has just said something like meaning exactly what they've said and Pisces has read too much into it. Again, doesn't necessarily have to be that sign, but if that is your situation, I'm feeling that strongly there. So do take care. I hope that was helpful to you. Leave me a like if you like, subscribe, share it with friends if you think it's their story. Best of luck with that, Aries, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.